Welcome to Rooted in Yeshua. Today, the title is, Don't Be a Prosecutor. Now, some people watch TV shows like Law and Order and watch movies like, I remember A Few Good Men, where there's great courtroom scenes. There's always a accuser, and there's always the perpetrator, potentially. So you always have two opposing sides. In life, there are going to be people in your life and people outside of your circle who are going to accuse you of something. I'm sure many times it's false, and sometimes it's true what they're accusing you of. But let's look at it from a spiritual standpoint. In Job, Satan appeared before God among the sons of men, which is the angels, and challenged Job's character and what he stood for, and basically said to God, hey, if you let me tempt him and mess with him, he's going to turn his back on you. He's not going to thank you for everything you've done for him. So God's like, have at it, see what happens. Now, in Zechariah, Satan accused Joshua, the high priest, but God rebuked him. Okay? In 1 Peter 5, it says, we're warned, be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a lion, a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. He wants to eat your lunch. Now, how does he do it? He uses people to label you, to accuse you, to try and prosecute you. When we were all little kids, every one of us have had someone who has accused us of something, put us on a label and said, hey, you're this and you're no good and you stink and you can't play football or you can't throw the ball, or, or you're to little girls, your hair's not pretty, you don't know how to wear makeup, you don't know how to dress right, you don't know how to match your clothes, whatever girls say to each other, okay? Little things like that. And some people, though, took it to heart and allowed the prosecuting verbiage, the label, to become a mantle on them that weighed down upon them. That's not right. The enemy is trying to get you off of who God made you to be and to get you off his best for your life by the labels. In school, having a teacher say, well, you're just a dumb kid when you got a bad grade or something, or you didn't turn your homework in, or you forgot your homework or whatever. And your other kids make fun of you, like if you haven't been on a date with a young, with someone, with your opposite sex. You're not good looking, or you smell bad, or you're never going to go on a date. I mean, all these little silly things that give kids complexes. Well, they really shouldn't. Here's why. If you know who you are in the Lord, and when you know, those things you just let go. You just don't harbor them. You don't hold on to them. You don't let them attach to you. Satan is the great prosecutor, but what I don't want you and I doing is prosecuting people in our family, our neighbors, our coworkers. I know of many spouses who are always prosecuting their other spouse. You didn't put the dishes away. You're not being a good husband or wife or whatever today. Things like that, where they're constantly throwing barbs and jabs. Please don't be a prosecutor who reminds me of my flaws. We're called to build each other up, not to tear each other down. How does beating me with a verbal stick help me become a better husband? It does not. What you can say is, honey, I had hoped you would take out the trash. I know you probably didn't get to it because you're busy. If you can take it out now, I'd appreciate it. Now, that's much better than saying, you're a no good husband. You're just watching TV and drinking beer or whatever people do, blah, blah, blah. You didn't do your job and you're not any good to me and I don't love you today. And I mean, that is not life building. To your children who when they bring their report card home and, one's got a C or a D or something, or below the standards that you've set. You don't say, well, you're just wasting time. You're not doing your homework. And you're getting on them. Just say, hey, how can I help you get this grade up? Hey, what happened this last semester that allowed this grade to get low? What kind of distractions do we have that are keeping you from doing your best? I'm not prosecuting that child now. I'm actually saying, hey, how can I teach you? How can I set the example for you? So do not let the enemy prosecute you in your life. Know who you are in the Lord. Know what he says about you. The Bible is full of scriptures that says how he sees you and what he says about you. Remind you of John 8:44, and we'll finish. Satan is the father of lies and deceit. He was a murderer from the beginning. He does not stand for truth. There is no truth in him. And when he lies, he speaks out of his own character because he is the father of lies. So realize anything someone says about you that doesn't line up with how God sees you and what God says about you is a lie, and reject it. And I'm going to say it this way. It's really that simple. Okay? Don't be a prosecutor and don't accept the prosecuting verbiage from others. I speak life to you because you have a great prophetic destiny ahead. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us. I hope this was encouraging. And take this and share this with your family. Have a blessed day.